would have been costly, and pressure from the United States was also costly. So, what the Russians and the Chinese would do at the UN Security Council was that they'd water down the sanctions or the UN Security Council resolutions, but they wouldn't stand up against the United States. That gradually began to change, but I think the biggest shift took place after the beginning of the war in Ukraine, because the divide between the Russians and the West became enormous, and so the Iranians and the Russians moved much closer. And of course, we know that Iranian, from Western accounts, let's say, Iranian drones have played a very important role in the war between uh, the proxy war between NATO and Russia. And so the relationship began to improve much more rapidly. The same is true with China, especially after President Raisi came to power. Iran, he traveled both to Moscow, he traveled to Beijing, and also Iran joined BRICS as well as the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So, um, under his presidency, Iran began to decrease the focus on the West and focus more on the global South, Russia, China, and major powers in the global majority. Militarily, that's true as well. I think that the Iranians and the Russians today are working closer. The Iranians and the Chinese are working closer. The I think the 12-day war has also been something of concern to the Chinese. After the 12-day war, they are more invested in in containing the